Hi everyone, it is a 10-minute Tuesday, so we are going to take 10 minutes and declutter in the garage. Now, we just recently cleared off countertops. Not gonna lie, I just had to come in here and do a little uncluttering because if it has a flat surface, my husband is adding to it. I've been volunteering all day, so I'm staying in my kind of dirty mess that I have been in, and we are going to tackle whatever 10 minutes will get us in this red tool chest. So if you want to do it with me, I'm going to start my timer now. Okay. Got some paperwork in here. I'm going to bring you in closer. I'm going to pause it. Okay. Restart it. Okay. So we have some plumber's tape, some oil, some little lasers, some pencils. I don't think we need that many pencils. I'll keep one in here. What is that? Oh, sorry guys. I may have to do a voiceover because I think our water softener is regenerating. So I will talk, but if I need to do a voiceover because that noise is too much, then we'll do that. All right, let's go. Electric tape. Well, voiceover it is. So guys, I am just going through this top shelf, basically putting like things with like. So sorry that I'm blocking so much of your view, but I just dropped a straight blade holder. I actually have 3 of them, so I decide out of the 3, I'm keeping the best one and donating the other 2. I also find a lot of replacement blades in here and put them together in the front left. I found 2 pencils that I'm going to keep, and I was trashing 2 pencils that the eraser was just terrible on them. And I also found there's a couple of leather like hole punches that are in there, and 2 electric tapes that I put together in the right front. I can't speak today. And then you can see this plumbing tape. I think we had 6 spools and all of them were like partial. So I pulled out 4 of them and we'll donate that to our local thrift shop as well. That was some blades I just moved over. There's some other like little pieces in here that I think go to the compressor. That was a stud finder, and I don't think that there's a lot that I get rid of other than the 4 tapes and the couple of pencils from this top section. But at least putting like things together and being able to see what's up there is going to make this better longer term. Okay, so I am just telling you what I just told you. But the timer's going, so if you are body doubling, I don't want to stop that. So I'm sorry that my voice isn't matching completely up. So I am now looking at our screwdriver and kind of drill attachment drawer, and I am basically saying that if it is more of a generic screwdriver instead of a name brand, that I'm going to pull those out and donate. I pull out 4 decent size ones and then a couple of the smaller ones that we have duplicates of, and going to donate. Then there were some loose pieces down there too. I ended up bringing a lot of that inside the house so my husband could take a look at that, and some of them we went ahead and put in a Ziploc bag, and we're going to declutter some of that to the local thrift shop. But for the most part, this drawer only has screwdrivers and or drill bits that are like screwdriver attachments. And I was lucky. Y'all know I talk about my dad a lot. My dad actually, when I was a single woman, one Christmas, I told him I wanted some tools. So, in addition to this toolbox, I have a little red toolbox that I put together that I keep inside the house. So I have some good screwdrivers and a hammer, measuring tape, that kind of stuff in there. So I don't have to physically go out to the garage, which is attached to our tiny house, to go and get those things. You've heard me say it before, every little bit counts. So pulling a few things out of here, and the thrift store does really great pricing, so that in essence blesses the other person buying it at a severely discount price and blesses the thrift store who supports Meals on Wheels. Got about a little over 4 minutes left, almost 5. We are back to the voiceover, and we are at this next drawer below the screwdrivers, which is where the pliers and stuff are. You're going to see some needle nose pliers here that we end up donating. They are duplicates and they aren't as in great of shape. So I keep rummaging through this drawer, and the additional types of things it has is pliers and needle nose screwdrivers and wire cutters, and there's not really anything there else that I want to let go of. Now in here, oh my goodness, if we could get paid for all the hex tools that we have, we would be rich. We have a lot of them. So we kept the Craftsman brand, and we are decluttering quite a bit. Now, a lot in here is just loose, and I am just looking for the things that don't belong in here that I can relocate to other places. And we do end up going ahead and letting some of the hex items go. That was another leather punch that you saw, and I went ahead and put it with the leather punch that was in the very top section of this. I don't think they're the same sizes, which is why I decided to keep both of those. And here I'm just, like I said, digging kind of through. You'll see that a lot of this is Craftsman brand as well. And I'm just picking up all the little pieces that are floating around in there that actually need to go, I think, in the screwdriver drawer, because they are the drill attachments that are like screwdriver type attachments. But I think some of them didn't look in good shape or maybe looked rusted. So for those, I was looking at maybe us donating them. And guys, I will tell you, a lot of people around us get into these drawers, and I think that's why they're more messy, and we have, duplicates of some of the stuff that we do end up decluttering. But drill bits break or get stripped or whatever the case may be. So we are okay having multiples of a lot of that for that purpose. I hope your decluttering is going well if you are doing body doubling, and that you are finding a few things to let go of as well. I'm going to check and see if this little pouch will fit into a drawer above And spoiler alert, it doesn't. So it's just going to stay in that drawer. Those little pieces are odds and ends. The holder was broken, so I have both sections, the top and the bottom section, and I'm going to take those into my husband, and for the most part, he did say to declutter. I think I pulled a few pieces out to go into other holders, but for the most part, those got decluttered. Now, this is a package of mollies and screws. They don't belong in that drawer. I end up putting them with our others. That's our 10 minutes. Whew, I look a mess. So down here was what I was working on. I'm just gonna look real quick. We have other levels hanging up, so I'm gonna hang that up. I'm just gonna finish a quick look here. So, ow. Brushes that can relocate. Rubber mallet, zip ties. Those are nice heavy ones. Good to know we have those. And I'm going to put this up here. And then 2 hammers. Okay. I'll go ahead and put this down here. This I'm relocating to the wall behind me. That I'm gonna put with our hanging stuff. This goes in this other drawer. So here is the stuff that I'm getting rid of or donating. And then these I'm going to ask about. I'm going to ask my husband. So 16 items to declutter. I'll have him look over this and these 2 trays and see what we need to keep. Here is the summary of what we donated. I put them into Ziploc bags so that the thrift store can go ahead and hang them up on their pegs, price them, and sell them. But it feels good to let more go and help others. All right, that was our 10-minute Tuesday or Thursday, because they both all start with T. Tell me below in the comments if you were able to do this or something else. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you next time. I'm going to close like my dad always closed his voicemail messages. Bye for now.